フルカウンター
Alright boys, so Attack on Titan Final Season Part 3, Part 2, Part 1 Final collaboration is finally coming to Grand Cross, literally in 2 days time, but tomorrow we will get the live stream reveal. However, we've already seen leaks about what's coming. Today we're going to break down everything you need to know about what is going to be coming and what to expect in tomorrow's live stream, as well as some final predictions about what could actually appear in this collaboration. So let's just jump into it. Alright, so the 2 new characters going to be coming will be a new Levi and also a new Titan Eren. We do know Eren will be transforming through the gameplay, and we can see that his actual ultimate, whether that be him transforming into the Titan and dealing damage, or whether that be the actual Titan ultimate dealing AoE damage, it's most likely going to wipe out the whole team. A big step up from the last Titan Eren, and also the new Levi, who looks like to be AoE. It could be single target, could we only see one character, and that is obviously the Armor Titan, but the massive explosion is got to be an AoE ultimate, so both of these characters will have AoE ultimates, and they're probably going to wipe out the whole field. It's just standard stuff right now for obviously collaborations or any character come out nowadays. If you've got an AoE ultimate, you should have to wipe out the whole field. We can see Eren's outfit, which will be obviously from the final season, but I do suspect that his actual SR outfit will be the one where he just wears the robe, right? So you can see a bit of his abs. So he'll most likely start out like this, and then also when you evolve him, he turns into this outfit. Just a way to give us more outfits. But I do hope with the free outfit or some sort of outfit we get during the event, we actually can get the Hobo Eren, where he's actually in his, like, his Hobo outfit. That'd be pretty cool too, so I hope that is a free outfit during the event. Okay, so for the colors of the new Eren, we are missing a red Eren, so it could be a red character, but I imagine blue. Mainly because I imagine they're going to be somewhat of a counter towards tier, because the human team gets absolutely destroyed, right? So getting a blue Eren would make a lot of sense too. So I imagine blue, but the guy could easily be red. And then for Levi, he could obviously be red again, because bear in mind this is a new named Levi, so we can get any color they want to. But I imagine green. I think green would be quite nice, especially if we're going to be getting Eren. If there is a Levi that counts Eren because of type advantage, it would make sense lore-wise, I guess. So yeah, we're going to go green for Levi and then blue for Eren. And I do mention later, but if we're going to be getting Ella, it's going to go towards Mikasa, but I'll explain more later on. Okay, let's break down what we know so far. So we do know the whole event is returning, and for many of us, this will be the first time we're actually playing the event, and it's actually generally quite fun. First, we have the Titan Conquest, where you just verse the massive, obviously, Colossal Titan. It's nothing we haven't seen before with the other Conquest mode, but just seeing the Titan and seeing, like, the characters' animations, it's generally quite fun, although I do imagine, unless they change the difficulty, it's going to be very power creep, but no one really cares, right? We only care about the Colossal Titan, right? The next quest will be the Titan Elimination, which we do know returns, because we do see obviously the Armor Titan, and this is actually kind of a lot of drama. Back when it released on Global many years ago now, they actually nerfed this event for us. Basically, at the final mission, you can defeat the actual Armor Titan, and you're able to get a bunch of rewards. Nothing that's really sought after now, but back then they were very sought after, and they actually limited it on Global, where right now, I assuming they're not going to limit it, and they probably won't even have that many good rewards, but you never know. They might be juicy to farm. The next is the characters returning. So obviously we're going to be getting Levi, we're going to be getting Mikasa, the old Titan Eren, and the old SR Eren as well. All of them will return. They will return with their actual costumes, however, but they all will be paid for. Standard, right? This is how the game is going to be. But they will be dropping one new outfit for all the old characters. They finally max out their 555 cosmetics. So we will be getting obviously a new outfit for the old Eren, the old Levi, and more importantly, the Mikasa, who we'll talk about in a second, right? I do know that Attack on Titan Gacha game has done many outfits, so I'll throw a few on screen that you can see now as well. Any of them I wouldn't mind. Anything that shows Mikasa's abs, I'm all for it. We also know that all of these characters will be receiving Holy Relics, because obviously this is the first time it's returned since the Holy Relic feature, which does mean you all will get Holy Relics. The only one who wouldn't get one is most likely going to be SR Eren. I wish he does. I wish he does, but we saw the Slime collaboration that SR Rumru never actually got one, so they're most likely not going to give any Holy Relics towards the SRs. Okay, let's talk about LRs, right? So the LR feature in the game right now is came out a few months ago now, and I believe this will be the first collaboration to return with LR's been out in the game, so it's very possible we could get one. I would say we probably won't, just because in the trailer that we saw, there was no mention of an LR, and I feel like if they were to make an LR character, then you would have kind of advertised in the trailer, but you never know, they may actually do, and I hope if they do it for someone, it would be for Mikasa, since she's the only character that has kind of the worst card, to be honest with you lot, but also the only character not getting a new unit, right? We don't need an LR Levi, since they are getting new characters, but if they were to LR Mikasa, I would actually prefer that, so I hope they actually do it, but once again, I highly doubt it. So we're going to say it's probably not going to happen. But what will happen will be buffed, which is kind of like an LR feature anyway, but on a lesser scale. Now, I do believe these characters will get buffed since, well, this was the second collaboration to come out of the game, and they were very bad. King of Fighters was the first collaboration where they kind of figured, yeah, we can actually make collab characters actually good. So, yeah, I do suspect the AOT characters will get buffed, and especially Mikasa, she needs it. And she's got kind of a cool kit as well. So I do imagine she's going to have, to be fair, she has a pretty good passive. Maybe add a bit more to it, but also increase the actual stat value, and also limit the amount of times you can get it. So, hypothetically, make it 6% up to 5 times, so you have you know, double the amount, but also takes less hits to fully max it out. And also, more importantly, so what I've been saying for months now is that the secret technique passive needs to actually be buffed here. So secret technique on an ultimate does go up to 60% per skill, where honestly I think for even for this I think it needs to go 100%. It's way too low, but I do suspect that the secret technique actual you know, effect will get buffed up to at least 60%, but I hope it goes up more. And to be fair, probably increase the multipliers because they're still quite low, because yeah, she doesn't do that much damage. I mean, to be fair, I will say if they buff the passive, then the character will do a lot. We saw back in the day she could turn into kind of a tank, an actual godly character, but her skills kind of holding her back, right? So depending on what the passive is, they may not touch the skills too much, and the actual they can't really do too much this unless they change the skill completely. But since other characters do share this skill, once again, if they buff the passive, they don't need to do anything, right? The passive, if they want to, it's kind of fine. Maybe increase the multipliers a little bit. But I will say maybe increase the damage dealt, you know, a little bit extra. Increase attack rate stats a little bit extra on the side. Or possibly actually apply it towards the team. Something like Echidna. While the ultimate weight may not be AoE, you can still apply buffs towards the team. And towards the actual human team, it'd actually be pretty good because they need a lot of stats. The OG Levi, I'm not too sure how much they're going to touch of him. Maybe increase a bit more stats. And I think that might be, honestly. I'm not entirely too sure because all of his skills are actually pretty decent as long as the character's, you know, passive and actual stats are actually good enough. I would say maybe just change the passive and make it so the lowest 2 characters rather than the lowest 1, right? So you're guaranteed 2 crits rather than 1. That would probably be the best way to make him a little bit more viable. But bear in mind, we are getting the Levi, so they're probably gonna, you know, not give too much love towards this Levi in comparison towards like Mikasa, for example. All right, so depending on what this new Eren does, if he actually does transform and deal damage, like how I've been thinking he's gonna be doing it, right? They may do a lot towards this character. So firstly, I think if they're gonna buff it, make this actual debuff skill apply on the tier 1. Just make it more easy to transform. For the Holy Relic, what I will say they should give to him is Harmus's ultimate. Sorry, I meant Marmus. But his actual relic, for example, at the start of the turn, you fill your ultimate gauge by completing max, right, by 5. So you get ultimate straight away on turn 1, but you can't use it, right, because you have to, unless they want to make it so you actually just delete a skill, that'd be pretty good too. But it basically means on turn 2, you can actually use your ultimate. That would be perfect for Eren, because once again, I don't imagine he'll be like the best transformer character, especially in comparison towards the new one. But once again, it'll make him be able to transform a bit easier, and that's something I wish they would give to him, and maybe a bit more too, because he kind of needs it. And plus, they'll make his passive somewhat better too, because his passive is 10% more damage per orb. But if they really want to, you can also add to it and make it additional 50% if you are max gauge, right? So that means you're dealing 100% damage before transforming, but only when you're at max orbs, right? That'd be pretty good, because that means on turn 1 the guy can be somewhat of a DPS and try and kill someone straight away. I have seen the damage is actually kind of impressive a little bit back then, but once again, the stat increase will definitely need to be happening here. And of course, his ultimate, they need to not rework it, but do a lot to it. 1, make the Owen stat increase up to at least 50%. Bear in mind, it does scale off dupes, by the way, so you're not going to get this at 1/6, but I really wish if they were to kind of, you know, make it a bit more higher. And then also, the attack rate stat lower. Make that either all stats or make it at least last a few turns. Honestly, 5 turns. I mean, people can cleanse, people can also be immune to stat lower, so it's not going to do too much right now in the meta. But yeah, even to make this definitely make it a grade buff actually, because yeah, once again, depending on what the other Eren's going to do, but they need to make this so you can't cleanse it, and also make it so it lasts a few more turns, because even back then 1 turn does nothing. And honestly, if they want to, make it so he can actually draw cards, because I think the biggest flaw with this Eren is that when he transforms, he can't do too much. But when he does transform, there's a whole new story. So the Amplify buff is honestly fine. They don't really touch this. Honestly, this one too is it depletes. It's kind of a boring skill. Honestly, they could make it so it depletes on the tier 1, because bear in mind, you have to get this on, you know, you have to transform to get it, right? So make it drain on a tier 1 skill, but also maybe add an effect to it. Maybe charge something just to give it a bit more damage would be nice too. And then, yeah, give the passive something completely different. I mean, immune to Ultimate Saber is nice, but not that many characters have it, apart from Eren, who's going to be maybe a bit more relevant nowadays. But, yeah, maybe Tamio, that's the only one, Red Tamio, Relic. But, yeah, add something to the passive, or maybe even let the actual old passive apply as well, because if the other Titan Eren had this actual passive, that'd be kind of good too. But yeah, boys, that's going to wrap up today's video. Let me know what you guys expect. I do hope that we do get a lot more love towards Mikasa since she's not getting a new unit. And I do hope we get her at least her final season outfit as a free outfit during the event. So she does get a bit more stuff for kind of being left out a little bit. But yeah, boys, let me know what you think. We'll be obviously recording the actual stream tomorrow. We'll be live streaming, but it might be an amazing stream, so I might be in and out of it. But yeah, boys, thank you for watching. And yeah, peace.